Charles Schenck, who was a member of the Socialist Party, distributed over 20,000 pamphlets to United States citizens to form a protest of the draft process. Schenck felt that the draft was a form of slavery and should be outlawed by a free country. During his organized protest, however, Schenck was arrested on the grounds that he was in direct violation of the Espionage Act. This law, which was passed in 1917, required that any protest or form of anti-government speech must be in line with the United States' ability to protect the well-being of its citizens. Schenck pointed to the 13th Amendment as his main support. The 13th Amendment outlawed slavery in forced service. Schenck stated that a military draft and forced enlistment may be classified as a measure of slavery. In addition to the provisions of the 13th Amendment, Charles Schenck also claimed that the government is not allowed to censor his writings. He believed that by censoring his works, the government was violating his civil liberties. In 1995, Patsy Byers was shot and paralyzed in a robbery attempt by Sarah Edmondson and Ben Darris, who claimed their crime spree was brought on after repeatedly watching the movie Natural Born Killers. Byers' family filed a lawsuit against Warner Brothers, blaming the movie maker for their daughter's paralysis. A lower court dismissed the charges in March 2001, and the family appealed. The Louisiana Appeals Court upheld the lower court's decision, ruling that the film was entitled to First Amendment freedom of speech protection because nothing within the movie advocated or incited viewers to commit violent activity. After Ohio police found photographs in petitioner Clyde Osborne's home, each of which depicted a nude male adolescent posed in a sexually explicit position, he was convicted of violating a state statute prohibiting any person from possessing or viewing any material or performance showing a minor who is not his child or ward in a state of nudity, unless the material or performance is presented for a bona fide purpose by or to a person having a proper interest therein, or the possessor knows that the minor's parents or guardian has consented in writing to such photographing or use of the minor. The courts found that Ohio did not present enough evidence to convict Osborne of lewdness, so the courts decided that the First Amendment allows states to outlaw the mere possession of child pornography, as distinct from the distribution of child pornography. Go.
New Jersey versus TLO, 1985. Students have reduced expectation of privacy in school. A teacher accused TLO of smoking in the bathroom. When she denied the allegation, the principal searched her purse and found cigarettes and marijuana paraphernalia. A family court declared TLO a delinquent. The Supreme Court ruled that her rights were not violated since students have reduced expectations of privacy in school. Santa Fe Independent School District versus Doe, 2000. Students may not use a school's loudspeaker system to offer student-led, student-initiated prayer. Before football games, members of the student body of a Texas high school elected one of their classmates to address the players and spectators. These addresses were conducted over the school's loudspeakers and usually involved a prayer. Attendance at these events was voluntary. 3 students sued the school, arguing that the prayers violated the establishment cause of the First Amendment. The majority of the court rejected the school's argument, and since the prayer was student-initiated, student-led, as opposed to officially sponsored by the school, it did not violate the First Amendment. The court held that this action did constitute school-sponsored prayer because the loudspeakers that the students used for their invocations were owned by the school.
Party. Yeah. Start over.
How do you do that?
The Louisiana just a second, pause it.
Oh, you're a good director. I don't know.
You're stupid. Congress shall make Goes versus Lopez, 1975. Holding. Students are entitled to certain due process rights. 9 students at Ohio Public School